In the top stories, workshop held on effective vaccine communication, police release autopsy results of Ishmael handling, and supermarket robbery under investigation. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Frozen fruits and vegetables get a bad rap. Because they are frozen doesn't mean they are not nutritious. Many frozen fruits and vegetables actually retain more nutrients than when they are eaten fresh. Using frozen fruits and vegetables is about convenience. Best of all, they last longer and they cost less. Look for the Island Garden brand at your favorite supermarket or call 662-0909 to place an order today. At Island Garden, we assure you that our products are locally grown and nutritiously sealed.
It's all about the glam with stylish new frames from Quartz Optical. Shop today for up to 50% off and pay nothing for 30 days. Book now at www.quartzoptical.com. Get the look you want at the price you need. Plus, at Quartz Optical, our eye exams are always free. So what are you waiting for? Come down and get glam. With up to 50% off selected frames. Quartz Optical. Value you can see.
In cricket, there are a few essentials. A bat, a pitch, a ball, some fielders, and plenty of refreshments. Enjoy the cricket with Angostura Chill. Angostura Chill, the official refreshment partner of the Hero CPL T20.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I'm Calda Barrage. As part of Vaccination Week in the Americas, the Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization, hosted a workshop focused on effective vaccine communication. Held at the Solid Waste Conference Room on Wednesday, the workshop focused on factors influencing vaccine safety perceptions and negative messages, approaches to vaccine safety communication, and the impact of negative vaccine messages. PAHO Country Program Specialist Anik Wilson explained the significance of the theme for Vaccination Week.
Every year around this time is celebrated as Vaccination Week in the Americas. This year, we celebrate 21 years of Vaccination Week worldwide. The slogan this year is under the theme, Get Up to Date, Each Vaccine Counts. This theme calls on us all to be fully vaccinated because vaccination plays a pivotal role in the maintenance of a healthy life. Thus, national immunization programs are our first defense against outbreaks and therefore play an important role in participating in Vaccination Week promotional activities.
She outlined the benefits of vaccines for both children and adults.
Today, we meet with you, the healthcare providers, to provide you with added communication tools or skills so that you can be better equipped to reach the unvaccinated, so you can encourage the unvaccinated to become vaccinated, as well as the vaccinated so that they can also work towards maintaining of their status. Vaccinations are the most efficient and effective strategy to ensure a healthy future for all people of all ages. When children are vaccinated, they are healthier and are protected from childhood diseases. Vaccination also plays a special role in adulthood.
Expanded Program and Immunization Manager Davida Irish said the ministry's focus for Vaccination Week includes the sensitization of the benefits of human papillomavirus vaccine, to reach out to parents of children who missed scheduled HPV vaccine appointments, and sensitize farmers on their risk for tetanus infection. She listed some of the accomplishments of the Federation with regards to vaccinations.
We boast an average of 95 to 98% coverage against relevant antigen. No confirmed cases of indigenous poliomyelitis since 1956. No confirmed cases of measles or rubella since 1984. The reintroduction of the both dose Hep B in 2015. Introduction of the human papilloma virus vaccine, Gardasil 4, in 2019 to grade 6 students, boys and girls. Introduction of the electronic immunization registry in 2018. Introduction of the COVID-19 vaccine in 2021. Introduction of the influenza vaccine to at-risk population in 2018. Older adults, pregnant women, healthcare workers, and persons with chronic illnesses.
St. Kitts and Nevis has joined other countries and territories to celebrate the 21st Annual Vaccination Week in the Americas and the 12th World Immunization Week from April 22nd to 29th, 2023. The police have released the results of an autopsy performed on the body of 58-year-old Ishmael Anthony Hanley, who resided in Jessup's Village, Nevis. The autopsy was done on Tuesday by a resident pathologist, Dr. Adrian Nunes. Dr. Nunes concluded that death was a result of hypovolemic shock due to multiple lacerations to the body as a result of being struck by a boat. According to reports early in the afternoon on April 19, 2023, Hanley was severely wounded by the tour boat Point Proven while diving. He was swiftly transported to the Alexandra Hospital where he later died. The police are investigating a robbery at a supermarket on Keon Street located opposite the Uncle T's restaurant. The situation was reported to have occurred at 10:27 p.m. on April 23rd. According to a statement, the police interviewed the store's owner following the incident and learned that two masked men dressed in black clothing entered the store and demanded money. He stated that one of the men held a gun. Both assailants stole a sum of money from the cash register and subsequently fled through an alley north of the supermarket. The scene was processed by the crime scene unit and items of evidential value were collected. Investigations into the matter are ongoing and the general public's assistance in the pursuit of justice is greatly appreciated. Updates into the matter will be provided appropriately. High Commissioner of Canada, Her Excellency Sherry Truss, says the possibility of St. Kitts and Nevis regaining its visa waiver to Canada remains at the discretion of the Canadian government. During an engagement with the media on Monday, Ms. Truss said the Federation has done all it needed to do and the decision now lies with the Canadian government.
That is an issue that the government of Canada will determine it in its own time. We continue to work with that, but it's a political question, no longer a technical question. They have assured us that every single technical aspect has been met. So it is now just a matter of political will, and that's an internal domestic decision, as you understand how politics works.
She said notwithstanding, persons should be aware that nationals can access more than 100 countries without a visa, and that is the result of diplomacy.
St. Kitts and Nevis has such a wonderful story to tell when it comes to travel, because we have over 145 countries with which we have visa-free access. There's a whole world to discover, and I think, we should not lose sight of the fact that we have such access worldwide that we can take advantage of. And again, that is through diplomacy, and we should thank and recognize many of our diplomats, some seated here at this table, particularly High Commissioner Isaac, who have been really instrumental in making that happen.
High Commissioner to Canada, Her Excellency Sherry Truss. After the break, Skellig hosts emergency drill exercises, and the Foreign Minister says benefits of diplomacy must reach the ordinary. Stay with us.
Here are your Horseman's Value Mart IGA specials.
Running April 20th to May 3rd.
Now your Value Club Blue Tax specials. Nature Valley granola bars just $13.49. Palm cooking sprays $13.49. Chef Warrior decanned pastas and micro pastas just $5.99. Essential everyday canned fruits $8.99. Banquet ground and served breakfast sausages $8.99. IGA and essential everyday cereals just $9.99. And now our very low weekly
value deals. Kind cereal bars $6.99. Post honey bunches of oats and pebble cereals family size $16.99. Hammer toothpaste, $12.99. IG and essential everyday frozen vegetables, $5.99. Old Orchard apple juice, $8.99. Orville red and Boca popcorn, $9.99. Shop smart, shop value mart. Tell them in Spanish.
Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en
Value Mart!
It's a sore throat. I'll write a prescription and see the nurse regarding the MMR vaccine.
I heard on social media that the COVID-19 vaccine came in a container with the MMR label on it.
Measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine is in the vial, no other.
True?
We can't betray our parents' trust. St. Kitts and Nevis has always had an impressive immunization history.
But these diseases aren't around now.
Yes, our borders are open to all kinds of diseases that negatively affect our children and elders.
I never thought about that.
Today, you have a choice whether you get vaccinated. So, you want to continue?
Yes, doctor.
I want to be protected.
Check your doctor or the Ministry of Health to get the information on immunization against childhood diseases, including HPV and polio, and COVID-19 vaccine for elderly persons and persons living with non-communicable diseases.
Want to get away? Now you can.
Stop standing in long ATM lines to withdraw cash. Use your national debit or black cards to complete a wide variety of transactions at supermarkets, variety stores, gas stations, pharmacies, and more. Shop online at the most popular websites and stores for quality brands using your national debit or black cards. And take back your time to enjoy all the things that you love to do. Remember, instead of waiting in long ATM lines to withdraw cash, use your National Bank cards today.
National Bank, always here.
Welcome back. On Wednesday, the St. Kitts Electricity Company held a series of emergency response drills at various locations. Some were so realistic that they alarmed members of the public. More in this report.
The man dead, that man dead,
Actually, he's not. This was one of a series of scenarios organized by Skelec to test the employees' response to an emergency. The exercises included the rescue of a hurt worker from a pole top, an armed intruder alert at the main office, and a bomb threat. The drills were held unannounced to get honest reactions and responses from the staff. General Manager of Skelec, Clement Williams, explained why they're being held.
All of these are part of our Safety Week initiative, and as part of the Safety Department's mandate, they have to carry out a series of these drills so that our employees are familiar with what they should do in these situations if they occur in real life.
He said he was happy with the response of the staff in each situation.
The staff has been performing very well. The exercise has identified a number of gaps that we plan to mitigate through more training, more education. But in general, the staff has been reacting very well.
Regarding the pole rescue and the alarm it appeared to cause, Mr. Williams assured the public that there was no need for panic.
The gentleman is safe. He is trained. His equipment kept him safe at all times. There was no electrocution. The lines were dead. What they saw was his supervisor coming to his aid. None of them in the situation were aware of the drill, except the actual gentleman on the pole who simulated an accident, an incident.
After Wednesday's exercises, a debriefing and analysis session was scheduled to pinpoint the company's strengths and weaknesses in each situation. Mr. Williams said they plan to hold similar drills in the future to ensure the staff is ready to respond when a real emergency occurs. Jason Davis for ZIZ News.
Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Right Honorable Dr. Denzel Douglas, said that the benefits of diplomacy must impact the ordinary man because anything the government implements must be beneficial to every citizen and resident. Dr. Douglas was at the time delivering remarks at the opening ceremony of the 2023 edition of Diplomatic Week at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort on Tuesday.
We will privilege boldness. We will privilege experience and expertise. And we will reward outside-the-box thinking that prioritizes results. For in the end, foreign policy begins at home. Whether we are building a resilient health system, whether we are securing safe drinking water, whether we are sustaining a social safety net, or whether we are shoring up coastal infrastructure from encroaching seas, our diplomatic engagement must redound to the men in Mansion and St. Peter's, to the women in St. Paul's and Hamilton, and the boys and girls in Charlestown, Bastia, and Old Road.
Commenting on Diplomatic Week 2023, Dr. Douglas said it is quite consequential as a number of issues will be discussed.
We will consider our place in a changing world order and how we can not only help drive that change, but leverage it to maximize opportunity for our beloved Federation. Amid the global reordering taking place owing to great power competition, we are hearing the voice of the global South. The voice is calling for a different narrative, one that rejects all forms of neocolonialism, exclusion, and unilateral action. This new era must be anchored on equity, peace, justice, sustainability, resilience, and yes, of course, independence.
He said that the New World Order should assist the poor, adding that St. Kitts and Nevis has endeavored to do so.
We should aspire to reconcile with the planet and put people before profit. This is what we have done for the past 40 years in this twin island paradise, St. Kitts and Nevis. This year, St. Kitts and Nevis celebrates its 40th year of nationhood, as the Prime Minister indicated a moment ago. Over the past 40 years, we have built the foundation for a fair, for a just and democratic society. Our diplomacy for the years ahead, therefore, takes on added value as we build and invest for the next 40 years.
Dr. Douglas said the thrust of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is to help construct the next chapter of nationhood as the Federation celebrates 40 years of independence on September 19th. To facilitate a number of events that will be occurring over the Labor Day weekend, the Traffic Department has made some traffic changes. This is according to Sergeant Sophia Henry from the Traffic Department during her appearance on ZIZ Radio's program On the Road on Wednesday. For the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party Queen Pageant that will be held on Saturday, 29th April at Carnival Village, Sergeant Henry said that traffic will only be permitted to flow in one direction.
Traffic will only be able to flow in one direction, and this direction is from north to south. No traffic will be permitted to flow from south to north.
Okay.
This is for the Labor Day, the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party Queen Pageant.
She also mentioned that the Labor Day march on Monday will see road closures on two streets, namely Wigley Avenue and Boone Avenue. Sergeant Henry said that there will also be parking restrictions.
No parking will be permitted on the western side, that's after the march has been climaxed. No vehicle will be permitted to park on the western side of Wrigley Avenue, that's on this side of Dr. William Connor Primary School, to Infirmary Road. And also a portion on the western side from Cairn Street to Union Street. So that's on the opposite side of the school, from Cairn Street to the second small street, that is Union Street. So no parking will be permitted in that area.
She stated that following the procession, traffic will only be allowed to flow from north to south on Wrigley Avenue and from south to north on Bowen Avenue. The People's Action Movement will also be hosting an event on Monday at their headquarters on Lockhart Street. Sergeant Henry said traffic will only flow from north to south.
On Lockhart Street, now we know PAM headquarters will be having function also. Traffic will only be able to flow in one direction, and that is from north to south. So from by the Red Cross headquarters, no traffic will be permitted to come that way. Also on Infirmary Road, we should know the Infirmary Road, that's by the old Antioch Church. Traffic will only be able to flow in one direction. So all traffic will be heading from west to east. Nothing will be able to go from east to west on that road.
Okay.
Because people can park there and the road is very small. So we're trying to avoid congestions of traffic.
That was Sergeant Sophia Henry from the Traffic Department updating the general public on traffic changes for the Labor Day weekend events. The Nevis Culturama Festival Committee is encouraging Calypsonians to register for the Kaiso and Soca contest, which will be held as part of Culturama 49, which runs from July 27th to August 8th, under the theme 49 Years of Mass and Spree, Culturama 2023. According to the committee, the deadlines are as follows: Senior Kaiso Friday, April 28th, Soca Monarch Friday, May 19th, and the Junior Kaiso Friday, June 2nd. All registration forms can be collected from the Culturama Secretariat at the Cotton Ginnery Mall in Charlestown, or they can be downloaded from the Nevis Culturama Festival website, www.culturamanevis.com. Completed registration forms must be returned to the Culturama Secretariat on or before the deadline dates on the forms. They can also be emailed to the Secretariat at thesecretariat@culturamanevis.com. Coming up in regional news, Trinidad and Tobago's Energy Minister